Welcome to Magic Supreme, and I am here to announce a victory. The Orlando Magic beat the Washington Wizards 125-94, and we just won back-to-back for the first time this season. And no, I do not care that it's the Hornets or the Wizards. If you say anything about the fact that it's the Hornets and the Wizards, I will be very angry. These are confident-boosting wins. We needed these wins. We had a very rusty and amateur start to the season. We could all agree to that. We were frustrated as Magic fans. We were like, what's going on? But what's worse is everyone was overreacting, including myself, but to an extent because I love this team. Some people were overreacting and being toxic. People were questioning Paolo Banchero. And let me just say, for the people who are doubting Paolo Banchero, that came out wrong. Paolo Banchero, you don't deserve to be a fan of this team. You don't deserve to wear Orlando Magic new merch. You don't deserve that 2025 Orlando Magic jersey. You just don't. Listen, Paolo Banchero is not going to be perfect every single game. He's just not. No superstar is. Jokic also started the season not doing super hot. Does that make him a failure? If Anthony Edwards had a game where he scored 12 points, would that make him a failure? Let me put it simply. Do you look yourself in the mirror every morning and say, I am perfect. I have the best day and I'm better than anyone 365, 24/7. If you say that, you're a narcissist. Paolo Banchero is a top 15, if not 20, between 15 and 20 player in the league. Franz Wagner, top 15, 20 player in the league. And if you think that's crazy, just look at the stats versus everyone else this season. Both of them are superstars, and if you disagree, you could kick rocks. But regardless, let's look at the stats. I'm getting too worked up. Yes, we won 125-94. Paolo Banchero had 28, 11, and 4. Franz Wagner had 25, 6, and 6. Both combined for 53 points. And since we're on the subject of Paolo and Franz, before I get to the rest of the team, Paolo and Franz have the second most 25-point games by a Magic duo ever with 124 games. Only Shaq and Penny have more with 206. Shout out Shaq and Penny. Like, if that's the standard, then getting near it is phenomenal. Because that's like my favorite two-man duo of all time. And after decades, we actually have a really very efficient, very lethal duo in Paolo and Franz. Wendell Carter, who has been scrutinized by Magic discourse on Instagram and Twitter, came with a statement. 16 points, 12 rebounds, good performance, even looking comfortable behind the arc. I've always been a Wendell fan, even through his ups and downs. I know a lot of Magic fans don't want to keep him, but I'm glad that he is taking the criticism to heart and showing it on the court. That's what a lot of players nowadays have to do. If you know their fan base is not messing with you, give him a reason to mess with you, you know? He's trying his heart out, and I do appreciate everything he does. Shout out Wendell Carter Jr. Bane is still struggling, so that's something to keep an eye on. I'm optimistic he will still be an elite third man as he continues to get used to this team and its pace and the roster in general. When he was on the Grizzlies, he improved every single season, so he's one of those players. We can't expect him to be a top 5 3-point shooter in the league right away. I think people just need to give him a little more time, especially for winning games. Look, give him time. Now let's look at some team stats. Magic forced the Wizards to shoot under 39.8% from the field. It is also the Wizards' lowest scoring game for them this season. And although the season just started, still a very good pat in the back for us because our defense was also getting questioned. We were supposed to be like second in the league last year. We're allowing so many points from everywhere on the court. But now you could see the fear from the other offenses as the Magic are just shutting them down. Shout out Jonathan Isaac, the minister of defense. Great stats too. Just all around great game for the boys. And finally, this is the big one. No heart attack finale. A lot of these Magic games have been very, very brutal to watch as we miss free throws and choke 10-point, 15-point leads. This is a game where we led by 31 points at one point in the third quarter and basically relied on our bench for the fourth quarter. And then finally, I got these interesting stats for the team. When we're talking about ranking in the league, we got very interesting stats, actually. Very interesting stats here. The Orlando Magic, after today, are ranked 23rd in offense. 2 games ago, we were ranked 27. We are now ranked 11th in defense. We were ranked 23rd 2 games ago, and that's the big one. We are now ranked 14 in net rating. We was ranked 26 2 games ago, so in the bottom 5, bottom 4, and 9th in pace, which is the same. So all this shows is that whatever coach said, because he was also getting scrutinized, Coach Mosley was not being offended by the fans. You know, that's a sports in general. If your team loses 3 in a row and the roster is supposed to be good, you go straight to the coach. And whether I agree or disagree, I think if he wins against the Hawks, having 3 losses, now 3 wins, it would show that whatever switch he flipped is the right move. And that's just a very satisfying thing to see. In a league that's very competitive, I think it is important to improve, fix your issues before it's too late and they get exploited onto the big stage. And yeah, I thought that was just very fantastic to see. This good basketball. All the Magic fans are happy. We got a nice clean W. 2 nice clean W's, so just perfect. So let's try to win 3 in a row. We faced the Hawks on Tuesday. They won 3 out of the 5 last meetups, including 1 last week. So this game is going to be revenge. Trae Young is not playing, but don't be alarmed. This team can still be a little spooky. And also, this is more pressure on us, because if we lose to no Trae Young Hawks, how does that make us look? We'll look like bums. So we got to blow them out, or at least beat them confidently. A close win will still not even be satisfying. We should dominate these fools. So hopefully we could really flex our muscle on the league and show what we're capable of going forward. And we also have the NBA Cup against the Celtics. I forgot what day that is. Okay, so that one's going to be Friday, November 7th. So I shouldn't even say, let's beat the Celtics. They're also not healthy. Let's just string these wins together. Once we get a taste of what winning is like, it becomes addicting. I don't care if these are the worst teams. It's a streak. And when you have a streak, it motivates you to do better each game forward. And then for improvements for the team, other than Bane to this continue to acclimate with the team, I would say everyone just has to get involved with the shooting. Not just 3 points, just overall shooting. Space out the floor, make everyone a threat, be efficient. We can't just have Franz and Paulo slash all game. Although they're great at it, eventually there's going to be a team that's going to stop that, and we're going to be screwed. Everyone needs to be on their A game. We have great scorers in Bane, Anthony Black, Tristan Da Silva, so we should be fine as long as we stick to the game plan. And yeah, that is all I got to say about that. Great Magic win. I will see you in the next video. Peace.